Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today I want to talk to you about minimum wage and why raising the minimum wage would be a bad thing for all workers as a whole and not just an individual. As an individual, sure, it'd be better for you to have more money in your pocket every day or night that you work. But as a whole, by you increasing the price of labor for the employer to pay, what you do is you're also decreasing the amount of employees he can hire, the employer can hire, by raising the minimum wage. So what that does is it squeezes out some of the smaller low skill, low wage workers that may or may not have a job, or the 16-year-olds, the first job, the summer jobs. By increasing the minimum wage, you decrease the summer jobs for the preteens and stuff, the kids that want to get that are still in high school that want to work a little bit and make some money and stuff. But anyways, so here I want to listen to this.
As I pointed out, and you've got these workers who say that they want a wage of $15 an hour. This is what they're calling for. We heard it from one worker. She says, I don't have kids, but many of these people have children. They're working double jobs, and ends are not meeting. They're not even coming close.
Not close. I mean, how can you, making, $8, $9 an hour in some cases? As you pointed out, 1 in 5 workers in this country make under $10 an hour, slightly under $20,000 a year. So this movement, I think, they're trying to sort of demonstrate the importance of the work they do. And sort of to make the point, there's nothing that's intrinsic about restaurant work or fast food restaurant work that says it has to be low paying. These are huge industries, and they want to point this out to people.
In the New York Times op-ed, Steve.
But the problem with that, though, is neither one of them speak about the destruction of the currency. And by debasement of the currency, what you do is you steal wages from the working poor and middle class by stealing the value of the money that they make working for the fruits of their labor. And by the debasement of the currency, what it does is it allows the gravitation of wealth from the lower and middle class to the rich. And you can see that in the trends that have been happening over the last 30, 40 years.
Greenhouse wrote in his, it's titled Fighting Back Against Rich Wages. It says many low-paid workers feel their employers have put an invisible ceiling on their wages with little prospect of ever making more than $10 or $11 an hour. As corporations have focused on keeping wages competitive and maximizing profits to benefit shareholders. The richest Americans have benefited mightily from corporate America's record profits and the stock market repeated highs. And when you look at even just some of the advancement, and we're talking about in 2012, the estimate was 2.9 million.
Yeah, once
people.
Again,
that's what the
basement of currency, which allows the gravitational wealth from the poor to Wall Street and corporate profits. That's the basement of currency.
The ladder doesn't exist with many of these workers, so there's not even like a growth potential for so many of these people.
I think that's
once again, the growth potential comes out of having a strong dollar and not debasing the currency and allowing Wall Street to run roughshod over the people and siphon out massive amounts of corporate profits without giving any money back to the laborers or anything. But I'm not against corporations making profits. I'm a capitalist. I want them to make profits. I want them to be profitable. I want them to make a whole lot of money. But by the destruction of the currency and these corporations, their only motive is the profit motive. So by allowing the Fed to just keep printing money and artificially hold interest rates at zero, what it does is it's sending the wrong signals to the CEOs and the owners of these big corporations, and telling them that they can keep gambling and stuff instead of us having a normal rate of interest, which would be around 12 to maybe 12% or higher, or at least 6% or higher. It definitely wouldn't be 0 or 1. 0 or 1% on $16 trillion. I don't know who the hell would be loaning us money at 1% or 0% when we have that much money in debt. But anyways, if we had a real rate of interest, all these corporate profits wouldn't be happening, because these corporations would be having to, they would have to be supporting their consumers by supporting their labor by paying them more wages, instead of siphoning off all the profits because of low interest rates.